Oh yeah, this is bad, everyone. Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Before we get started on this very terrible topic here for the Arizona Cardinals, which I feel like we're getting back to back bad news just overall for the Cardinals, just in general, definitely do me a huge favor. Smack the like button on this video and subscribe for more Arizona Cardinals content. On the road to 12K, ladies and gentlemen. Can't do it without you guys. Go and follow me on all my social platforms. Everything will be in the description of this video. Definitely don't be one of these guys. We have a lot of people floating around the channel and don't want to click on that subscribe button. If you love the content, even if you're not a Cardinal fan, but especially if you're a Cardinal fan, go ahead and subscribe and join the family. All right, everybody, let's dive right into it here. Let's talk about the topic that nobody wants to talk about here, right? The whole Deandre Hopkins leaving the Cardinals, is he staying with the Cardinals, has been a storyline that we've been talking for, at least on this channel, for about a month and a half now. Now, if you guys didn't watch the videos, we've been talking about this since the end of the season, pretty much, right? Like the rumors were getting pretty loud out there. Now, there's a lot of people that don't want to believe that this can be attainable, because why would the Cardinals move off of a top tier wide receiver? Right now, I get it, right? I know there's a lot of questions out there, a lot of people that really don't get the football side of it all, but you know, they see the big name like Deandre Hopkins and they're always wondering why, right? That's a dumb move, Mike. Why would they do that? Don't even talk about that. I get where you guys are coming from. Also, if you think about it, Kyler Murray has had so much better record when he plays with Deandre Hopkins as opposed to not playing with Deandre Hopkins. Kyler Murray is 17-14 with Deandre Hopkins. Kyler Murray is 8-17-1 without Deandre Hopkins. So obviously, Kyler Murray seems to be very dependent on Deandre Hopkins and what he's been doing for the Cardinals just in general, right? A top tier wide receiver, top 3, top 5, however you want to put him. Now, he is in his 30s. This is one of the biggest reasons why we've been talking about this, pertaining to why he would want to leave the Arizona Cardinals. Now, right now, whether you want to believe it or not, there's still some Cardinal fans out there that believe that the Cardinals are going to contend next year. Now, I'm as positive as they come as well. Now, I do believe that we're going to be in a rebuilding mode next year. Now, I want to win still, right? Regardless, rebuilding or not, I still want to win, right? I still want to see some wins in the win column. But the truth of the nature is that Deandre Hopkins is 30 plus in age. He's going to want to go to a contending team. He doesn't have very much years left, and that's what's going to intrigue him to go to a contending team. And being with the Arizona Cardinals, he probably doesn't see a Super Bowl within the next 2 or 3 years. Now, Cardinal fans, we're going to think otherwise, right? We're always going to feel like we're in contention some way or another. For me, I do believe rebuilding is inevitable. I think this is going to be the process that the Arizona Cardinals are going to do. And the rumors and all the cryptic tweets are getting a little too, what's the word? It's getting a little too real. Now, we should have known that this was going to happen when Deandre Hopkins ended up posting "Forever Grateful" on his Instagram in an Arizona Cardinal uniform, ... 7 weeks ago. We should have known this, right? And that's the moment we started talking about this whole option or the idea of Deandre Hopkins being moved off from the Arizona Cardinals. We should have known this. Now, also, Deandre Hopkins did not attend the Jonathan Gannon press conference, and I put a tweet out there, and a lot of people were like, no, stop it. Don't try to make rumors up. It's not rumors. It's real life speculations out there that Deandre Hopkins might not be an Arizona Cardinal next year. It's just the truth of the nature here, right? Now, if Deandre Hopkins were to come back, I feel like he would do everything in his power to try to make that press conference, right? We had people over there like Kyler Murray. James Conner was there. Zach Ertz was there. Deandre Hopkins was nowhere to be seen. And we also seen some situations where we've heard some updates from the Arizona Cardinals, and it's always, oh yes, we've talked to him, but it's not about the future. Oh yes, at this very moment, we don't exactly know what the status of the future for Deandre Hopkins is with the Arizona Cardinals. That's what we've been hearing. So I think it's inevitable at this very moment. I think we need to get in a mindset of what's going to happen, what's going to be the world of a life without Deandre Hopkins. And let me tell you one thing right now. I hope this Arizona Cardinal team has a plan, because Marquise Hollywood Brown is not a number 1 wide receiver. We said this the moment we traded for him. He is not a number 1 wide receiver. Deandre Hopkins is. The big question, where can he go and what is going to be the value for Deandre Hopkins? Now, over a month ago when we first started talking about this, I said we wanted to get a first round pick, right? A late first round pick is something that I would want, you know, for like as an Arizona Cardinal fan, and I would feel a little bit, you know, easy about letting go Deandre Hopkins. Now, here's the truth of the nature. I think there's been some reports out there that I haven't really been able to track, but I did see a tweet coming out here from NFL Rumors on Twitter. Now, please keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, it's called NFL Rumors for a reason, but, not Cardinal fans thinking that the reported compensation can be a second round pick can be very attainable. Now, granted, yes, he is still a top tier wide receiver, but he is up there in age. And on top of that, he has a big contract. So second round pick probably won't seem too bad, right? As long as it's a early second round pick, or if we do get him to a contending team like he most likely wants to go to, Kansas City Chiefs, those teams that are always in the playoffs, right? The Bills, something like that. We can probably fetch a late first round pick, even if he's over 30, right? Or even if he has a big contract. I do think that a late first round pick for a contending team might be possible. Now, there are also those ideas that the Arizona Cardinals can move him over to a team that has a young quarterback, right? Like a Chargers, like the Jaguars, right? There's also those teams as well, but we can probably get an early second round pick, maybe a mid second round pick, something along those lines as well. So it's kind of all up in the air at this very moment. I think the realization of Deandre Hopkins not being here for the 2023 season is very real, and I don't think he wants to use up the rest of his time, his remaining years with the NFL, being with the team that's going to be inevitably rebuilding this year. Yes, and on top of all that, Deandre Hopkins stopped following the Arizona Cardinals on Instagram. So I get it. And there's some people who are going to come out here and say, it's Instagram, right? It's social media, but this is the way that athletes communicate, right? Cryptic tweets, unfollowing people, unfollowing organizations, that type of stuff. So honestly, it's a lot to be said that Deandre Hopkins went out of his way to unfollow the team he's currently playing for. So I know a lot of people don't want to believe it. I know a lot of people do not want to think of a world where Deandre Hopkins is not there because it doesn't make sense. But like I said, ladies and gentlemen, the rumors are getting just way too loud. The cryptic tweets, the cryptic, Instagram. I fully do believe that the Arizona Cardinals and Deandre Hopkins already know. I think they already know in what is going to be the plan. We're just waiting for the right time to move them off, right? I think that's exactly what's happening at this very moment. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you guys think of this whole situation about Deandre Hopkins most likely getting traded away to a different team? Let me know in the comments below, ladies and gentlemen. What do you want the compensation to be if, he does end up getting traded away? Put everything in the comments below. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Have a great rest of your day, and as always, go Cards.